by CrossFit Games West Regional. Brandon Domain and Chase Ingram with you. Nikki Brazier on the floor as our sideline reporter, and we are watching a very close race play out, especially between positions 5 through 9, where Cole Sager and George Sanchez are separated by only 29 points. And Mitchell Stevenson will be feeling some pressure, only 4 points back. Brent Fikowski, 2 for 2 on day number 2, but he's only 10 points clear of Cody Anderson in second and 11 points clear of Samuel Quant in third.
Nice tight race to the top, and as we said, all the way down to 9. Everyone has an opportunity to make some moves with this event. And when you have high volume muscle-ups, 45 total in these single arm overhead squats, we just saw is that you could lead in the beginning and fall all the way to the back at the end. You got to make sure you stay in your lane, have everything concise and controlled.
Cole Sager enters the final day as the bubble athlete in 5th. He is in lane number 3. The first athlete out, just 4 points behind him. Mitchell Stevenson is in lane number 8.
And he deserves to have some recognition. The guy is sitting in 6th. He's been in the top 5 in and out all weekend.
Stevenson looking to be 1% better every day. Might be able to put him over the top. Somebody that went over the top yesterday, 2 event wins, including an event record yesterday, Brent Fikowski.
Fikowski lofted himself top overall, just 10 points ahead of Cody Anderson. But he needs to look out for him because I love this event for Cody.
First of 2 chances to move into those 5 positions if you're on the outside looking in, coming into day number 3, and it's that classic 21-15-9 style here in event 5.
Starting off with 21 ring muscle-ups. Those longer straps will give some guys some issues, but I'm looking at Cody Anderson in lane number 6, 10 points out of first. He survived the heavy weights yesterday with the kettlebell deadlifts. This is a guy who in 2014, when we had a muscle-up biathlon, it was 8, 12, and 15. Went unbroken the entire event.
Had the pleasure of calling that event there at the games that year, and he was the only one that went unbroken on every single set of those muscle-ups, not choosing to go unbroken here, and that just speaks to that second implement that will be involved in this couplet.
And it speaks to that, but more so to the intelligence of Cody Anderson. If you are the best guy here, which Cody is, at ring muscle-ups, you don't need to go unbroken, because what you're going to do is you need to make those 21 reps as easy as you can, and you do that by breaking it up. What he needs to do is make the muscle-ups an afterthought, and only Cody Anderson is a guy that can make 21 like that. Look, you break it up and you're still first off the rings. You make it easy, and now you work the hardest when you get to the heavy dumbbell overhead squats. But here's what I also love about Cody. He is a good mover. I've said this all weekend. It's the test of strength is with athletes who can move well. You can't just be a tough, strong guy and move a piece of barbell. You got to be able to move well and be fit.
And while Anderson is on an event record pace here in round number 1, the next 3 athletes to the dumbbell in the blue shirt, Cole Sager, in the gray shirt, Ryan Smith, and then Mitchell Stevenson in the black shirt and multicolor shorts in lane number 8. They are 4th, 5th, and 6th in the point standings. Mention that event record pace. That event record held by Matt Fraser at 6 minutes, 8.93 seconds. He was through round 1 at 2:13. Cody Anderson through round 1 at 2:07.
What I want to see from Cody now is to still break up your round of 15. Break it up maybe into 2 sets, and what you can do is you're well ahead of the rest of the field. That's all that matters. Yes, event records are sexy, but you need 100 points to keep yourself at the top of the leaderboard, because event number 6 will be tough for him. Break these up, make them easy, and then save your energy to push the round of 9.
While Cody is continuing to pull away from the rest of the field, second place here in the heat belongs to Cole Sager, the bubble athlete, 4 points clear of the cut line coming into today.
Cody did what he needs to do. He's on the right side of the screen. He did break. We looked about 9-6. Then you have the other guys chasing him, Sager on the left side. He needs to make sure that he takes advantage of this event because he's sitting on that bubble, that 5th place spot, only 4 points ahead of Mitchell Stevenson.
Stevenson among the athletes fighting for third with Samuel Quant and Brent Fikowski. Ryan Smith also in that battle. Quant is an athlete we haven't talked a whole lot about thus far. He's third in the point standings, only 11 points out in the dark blue shirt in lane 4, but Anderson continuing to be faster than the event record pace by 4 seconds over Matt Fraser's time in week number 1 to this point.
We have an 80-pound dumbbell. If you've never tried this is not easy to do, no matter how easy Anderson makes it look. And what he needs to make sure of is that as you get deeper into these rounds is that don't get yourself a no rep. Don't have that dumbbell too far on one side. You'll see him switch arms to make sure he stays pretty even going into those 9-ring muscle-ups.
That dumbbell weighs just about half as much as Cody does himself at 170 pounds, and he makes that 80-pound dumbbell look light. He's through the round of 15, still 4 seconds quicker than the event record pace. Second place in the heat is between Sager on the top of the screen, Stevenson on the bottom of the screen. They're just now getting to the dumbbell as Anderson makes his way back to the rings. Quant in the purple shirt is in 4th, Brent Fikowski in 5th.
This is shaking up for a great race for second place in this event, but can have major implications on which top 5 will have coming out of this event.
The only athlete in the top 6 of the point standings not in this race for the lead or for second is Ryan Smith, who's still working on the round of 15 muscle-ups. Sager on the left, Quant in the middle, Fikowski on the right. They are trying to hold off Mitchell Stevenson, who's over a few lanes farther down in lane number 8. Sager and Quant side by side in that race for second place. Fikowski has moved into 4th, and Cody Anderson is on his final couple of muscle-ups, still ahead of the event record pace.
Now, he did do 9 muscle-ups, but he had 1 no rep within that, so he dropped at 9. He has 1 more rep to go.
And that no rep has moved him only 2 seconds behind Fraser's event record pace. And Anderson making his way to the dumbbell way out in front here in heat number 4. Time to beat is 8:33. That's going to go down in a hurry. Anderson already through 3. 6 reps remain. Event record is 6:08.93. Cody Anderson, 3 reps remain. And on a weekend where he needed somebody to drop out to even be here, he's recreating his 2014 magic. Cody Anderson starts day 3 with an event record.
Brandon, you were talking earlier about none of these guys sitting between 2nd and 5th have really hit a home run over the last 2 days. When this event was announced, Dave Castro threw a fastball right down the middle to Cody Anderson, and he just knocked it out of the park.
And nobody in 2 to 5 really hit a home run, but there were plenty of good base hits throughout the weekend. Nobody really making a mistake, but that was a grand slam for Cody Anderson. And speaking of home runs, the man that cranked 2 of them one day ago has moved into the 2nd position ahead of Mitchell Stevenson. Fikowski in black and blue, Stevenson in black and gray. Cole Sager running into the picture in blue and white. He's in the 4th position. Stevenson and Sager enter this event surrounding the cut line with Stevenson only 4 points back.
Now Stevenson can get ahead of Cole. He's going to jump him by 1 point unless Quant can get up there too.
2nd place in the heat, 2nd place in the event for the points leader, and he will continue to be, and that's Brent Fikowski. And the battle is now for 3rd. Sager on the top of the screen, puts the dumbbell down just a hair faster than Stevenson. Sager will continue to lead Stevenson at top of the point standings for that battle for 5th. Samuel Quant, the 3rd place athlete coming in, will finish 5th. Stevenson by 9/100. Typical West Region on day 3. As the race is on for those 5 qualifying spots, Kevin Simons hoping to stay in this race. He comes in 7th in the points race, 21 points behind Cole Sager entering this event. But the big hit here is Ryan Smith, who's still working on the muscle-ups along with a couple of others here in heat number 4. And Ryan Smith, 16 points ahead of Stevenson coming into this event in the 4th points position. We were talking about it. Nobody's hit a home run in that spot there. Everybody had some base hits, and this might be the first strikeout this weekend for Smith.
I'm curious of why or what the issue may be, being so fatigued getting onto these last set of muscle-ups.
Now, this is a man that's had 3 knee surgeries from his wrestling career in college, wondering if that becomes a factor on a movement like this with those dumbbell overhead squats. George Sanchez on the top of the screen in the blue shirt. Event 2 winner in 9th place in the point standings, 29 points back. He'll pick up a little bit of ground as Joe Scally and Tyson Takasaki racing to the finish. It's Takasaki in the 8th position here in the heat. Joe Scally will make his way to the finish line. He came into this 23 points out in 8th. And we might actually see a little separation in the field for the first time this weekend. But the one man that might get logged back into this battle and having to do some work in event number 6 is Ryan Smith.
But he'll be switching out with Stevenson, as Stevenson's been in and out of that top 5 all weekend.
Smith was one of the top 3 athletes through the round of 21 on the muscle-up, so I'm real curious at what happened here as he just faded farther and farther back as this heat played out. He's got 90 seconds until the time cap. That's only affected 2 athletes in the first 3 heats.
And what that is, that's just simple, flat-out fatigue. And I'm not sure if he went out just way too fast, getting himself caught up in the moment a little bit in this round of 21, especially the 15. But when you look at this right now, that is just flat out just tired.
Go back to something you said in event number 1 with Cody Anderson. He has that ability in those events where he can crank a home run to bait people into his pace. And perhaps that happened in round 1 here for Ryan Smith. Speaking of Anderson, he and Sager kneeling next to the lane for Ryan Smith, giving him some encouragement, and he'll get his final muscle up in the round of 9 and onto the dumbbell. 45 seconds before the 11-minute time cap as the rest of the field standing around him. 31-year-old out of Big Sky CrossFit, his 6th consecutive regional appearance. Best career finish coming into this was 8th in 2013. Struggling to keep that dumbbell locked out. It wasn't by much, but Ryan Smith gets the cheer from the crowd as he edges out the 11-minute time cap at 10 minutes and 54 seconds. Nearly 5 minutes behind the new event record holder in event number 5, Cody Anderson, the alternate this weekend. Needed somebody to drop out to be here, and he currently sits in one of those 5 qualifying spots with 1 event remaining.
This was the number 1 event that I wanted to see Cody Anderson work through once we were coming up on day number 3. He was in 2nd place, 10 points out of 1st. But this is a guy who lives on top of the rings and is such good moving and good positions when you're talking about a single-arm dumbbell overhead squat. Not an issue for him. I like the way he broke it up from the beginning in the round of 21 and the round of 15. Just look how unflappable he is. He's getting a couple no reps on overhead squats. Okay, I'll do 1 more. Try to do it a little bit better. And when it came to the final 9 reps, he dialed in everything, got himself an event record. Even enough time to ask the judge if it's okay for me to finish and get this event record.
The number 41 entry into this weekend looks to be number 2 with 1 event remaining. Cody Anderson, the new event record holders with Nikki Brazier.
Cody, I know that you practiced these workouts well ahead of time, so was a new world record something that you were expecting?
I mean, I thought it was maybe something I was capable of, but I mean, you never want to call something like that before you go out here and do it. So that's what I was hoping for, but I didn't know it was going to happen.
Still 1 event left, and it's been a long 3 days. So how are you feeling going into this final event?
I feel good. I played around with the sandbag in the back, and it's heavy, but it's only 10 reps, so I should be able to get through it, hopefully.
Good luck. We'll see you in the next event. Thank you.
And for Cody Anderson, speaking about that event 6, he needed to get a little bit of ground between he and the rest of the field, as that is the toughest event for him this week, with that sandbag being as heavy as he is. And he did himself a favor with a new event record and 100 points added to his name, as he takes event number 5 in incredible fashion, a minute faster than second place Brent Fikowski, who is in at 7:04. The points leader will retain the points lead going into the final. Cole Sager, Mitchell Stevenson, they surrounded that cut line, and they finished 3rd and 4th, continuing to stick with each other like they have all weekend long. Samuel Kwan, 3rd in the point standings, is 5th here in the event. So one event remaining, and we see a big shakeup in the leaderboard as Ryan Smith, one of the last athletes here to finish, and he might be seeing himself near the outside of the top 10 at this rate. One event remains for the men, 2 events remain for the women. We'll have women's event 5 coverage coming up next, but first, let's go out to the update show.
We are rocking and rolling on day number 3, that West Regional Event 5, an outstanding performance by Cody Anderson. We enjoyed it. Here's Sam Farber with Pat Sherwood and Tommy Marquez. Guys, your thoughts on a new event record?
Cody Anderson, I mean, we knew this one was just right down the middle of the plate for him. He absolutely smashed it, and I'm very, very happy that he did, because I think he's going to need a good cushion of points given what's in Event 6.
And coming for Event 6 as well, Cole Sager had a 3rd place in that last event. Dare I say he's actually might have a little bit of a comfortable cushion going to the finale? That's kind of unusual for him.
I don't know, but it's very exciting. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of stuff happening on Facebook Live. I first want to thank all of you that have been interacting with us all weekend. You are helping us do our job. And also, I enjoy seeing what you're seeing and hearing your comments and getting to experience how the weekend plays out for you as a spectator from home or at the venue. I've got some favorite moments that people have tweeted and written to me. Mary Chetty loved the screen experience. She got to see everything. She felt like she didn't miss a moment. So that's good on the media part. Yes. Leslie Smith, 100-pound sandbags. Just when you think these women are strong, they finish in under 5 minutes and beat the men. That is true. Alexa Sanchez watching hometown Jim Dwala crush it. Caleb Slitter watching Alex Smith kill it. This is funny in regards to Cody Anderson's mustache. Tina Root, power stash. That is a power stash. And Pierre Good, he had a quote from Peter Griffin: "With great mustache comes great responsibility." Piotr Kopp, he was on edge all weekend. Lee Presley, thanks for the live feed. Chance Martin, I better start working out more. I think all of us from watching people competing all weekend already want to go to the gym this week. So thank you so much. We did have a really, really great time.